I'm going to start by blending together some onions, and this is like half of a bulb of onion together with 2 tablespoons of water, and this should yield about a quarter of a cup of blended onions, and that is all we need. If you don't want to bring out your blender for this recipe, simply grate the onions and that will be fine as well. In a large bowl, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour together with some yeast, as well as some nutmeg, which is actually optional. I'm also going to be adding about half of a teaspoon of salt together with a quarter of a cup of sugar. So now I'm just going to mix this together until all these dry ingredients are well combined. At this point, I'm going to be adding the blended onions. As I said earlier, it should yield about a quarter of a cup or thereabouts. And to that, I'm going to be adding a little bit of cayenne pepper. And now I'm also going to be adding 1 cup of water for a start. So at this point, I'm just going to start mixing this together with my hand until a batter is formed. If there's a need for more water, I'm going to add it eventually during the mixing process. So now at this point, I can see the consistency of my batter is okay. What I'm going to do now is just to cover this up with a plastic wrap, and I'm going to allow this to rest for about 45 minutes to 1 hour until it's doubled or almost tripled in size. So this dough has been resting for about an hour or thereabouts, and it's time to fry. But before I fry, I'm going to mix this batter together once again to make sure all the hair in the batter is removed. Now right here I have my oil that I've been preheating for some time. It's now hot, it's about 350 degrees, and I'm going to be dropping my batter in bits inside the oil for frying. I'm going to be using a chopstick to just flip this over to make sure all the sides are evenly fried. And once the puff puff is fried until golden brown, just like this, it's time to remove it from the heat.